Hello, Liz. Can we talk? It's about my birthday party next week.
Oh, hello, Mother. Sure, no problem. So, we're doing another birthday party again this year?
Yes, of course we are. We do it every year. I plan on ordering a catering service from that French restaurant downtown. All of my friends and relatives will be invited. We'll have a wonderful home party. We can set up a nice outdoor luncheon. It's just going to be so special.
Right.
I'm sure you and Rob will be there, right?
Do you mind if I ask you something, Mother? How much is this all going to cost?
The cost? Well, let's see. My friend who's done a lot of these parties, well, she said her party, which was pretty modest for her tastes, was something like $4,000, give or take. Guess mine will be about that much.
That's a fortune.
What? What do you mean? That's not so bad.
You do realize that if you had $4,000, you could cover your home mortgage for the next 3 or 4 months.
My mortgage? Really?
I don't want to be disrespectful concerning your birthday, but wouldn't it be better if you set aside that money to pay your monthly mortgage payments? It's a little over $1,000 a month, wasn't it? I really think you should get your priorities straight.
What are you talking about, priorities? Why do I even have to worry about that kind of thing? That's not my problem. That's something that you and Rob should be worrying about, not me. I wish you wouldn't rely on me to pay for everything.
We're not relying on you. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Pointing out the obvious? How disrespectful of you, Liz. I'm your mother-in-law, for God's sake.
Are you serious?
Oh, please, Liz. There is just no use talking to you. I'm going to talk to my son Rob about my birthday. He understands how important it is for me. You just tell me if you can make it or not. Hello? Liz? Are you there? About that birthday party I was talking about yesterday. I was thinking, maybe I should expand it a bit. I need to invite more people. I was thinking of increasing the budget to $5,000.
Pardon me, are you serious?
Yeah, I decided to invite my yoga friends too.
So that's $1,000 more than you had planned.
That's right. You're always going on about the budget, so I figured I should tell you right away. I don't want you getting on my case later on.
Mom, are you really okay with this?
Excuse me?
Your husband is currently working overseas. Is it really a good idea to spend so much money for a birthday party? I mean, it seems a little reckless. Is it really smart for you to spend all that money? It's not as if you're super rich or anything.
How could you speak to me like that? You're really being impertinent. Your husband, my son, would never talk to me like that.
I'm just worried for you, that's all, Mother.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm not some old lady. You should be the one worrying, not me.
Excuse me? Why should I be worrying?
Don't tell me you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me? Well, under the circumstances, I have no financial worries.
I can't believe you. I knew you would continue to rely on me for money.
Pardon me?
I'm going to go totally bonkers talking to you. My blood just shoots up when I talk to you. You know what? I'm only going to contact you only when absolutely necessary. Just keep that in mind. See you later.
Hey, Rob, are you working? Sorry to contact you. Can we talk?
Hey, Liz. Yeah, no problem.
It's about Mom's birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah, she says she's inviting her neighbors. Said it's going to start at 6 p.m.
Did you hear what the cost for the party will be?
The cost? No, haven't heard anything. That's overseas now, so she'll probably do it on a tiny budget.
So she hasn't told you. It seems she's going to order catering service from that French restaurant downtown. It's going to cost something like $5,000.
Oh, wait a sec, what? $5,000? Just for a little birthday party with the neighbors? That can't be right.
It's not just neighbors, it seems. She's inviting all her yoga class members, even the instructor.
Really? But $5,000? That's way too much.
I tried mentioning the mortgage payments, but she just brushed it aside. She actually turned the tables and blamed everything on me.
Oh boy.
I don't want to be a nosy daughter-in-law and want her to have a nice birthday party, but we're not exactly having an easy time. For her to just go off and use money without thinking, I really don't know what to do.
She really should be paying off the mortgage, not having a French catering service for her birthday.
Yeah, but she won't listen to a word I say.
Nothing we could do about it now. The party is tomorrow. Even if she cancels now, they'll probably charge the full amount. The restaurant probably already prepared the food. Wouldn't look good. That's for sure. I'm the youngest in my family. She would never listen to me either. My older brothers have a lot more clout than me. On top of that, despite being the youngest, I was the first to get married. Mom wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we have no choice. We're just gonna have to let her have her way this time.
We're both going to the party tomorrow, so let's see how things go. See how she acts. What do you say? I'll get Dad a call too.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea.
Alright. See you tomorrow then.
Yeah, okay. See you tomorrow.
Liz, are you there? So, you decided to come to the party with Rob?
Right. You asked me to come to the party with Rob, so here I am.
Yes. Looks are everything. We have to keep up appearances, you know. People talk. If you and Rob didn't show up, rumors start spreading. You know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
But I want you to stay in the kitchen once the party starts. Just stay out of sight.
Excuse me? Why should I do that?
Well, because French cuisine is way too good for you. That's why.
Too good for me?
Think of it as a punishment for being disrespectful to your mother-in-law. The reason why you're such a cheapskate is because you went ahead and got that loan, paying to have $1,000 a month.
Kinda strange hearing that from you, Mother.
Well, nobody will speak up, so I will. I was against you guys buying that condo. Way over your budget.
Excuse me?
You guys don't even make that much. And you take off a loan for $1,000 a month? I warned you about that. But you want to pay off your mortgage and complain about me spending money on my birthday party? I can't believe you, Liz. How could you be so selfish?
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to see the picture. I thought things didn't mesh. We always seem to be talking on different levels.
Anyway, the party is about to start. Get in the kitchen and stay there until everyone has gone home. Don't you dare come out until then. Or, better yet, just say you feel ill and go home. That way I don't have to worry about you peeking in every 5 minutes. Just come back later to clean up. I'll line you later on.
What am I, a maid?
Well, actually, yes. I've told all my neighbors that I'm currently disciplining our daughter-in-law to be a better housewife.
A better housewife, huh?
Stay in the kitchen for another 30 minutes, and then you can head home. I'll line you later.
I really don't know why I have to leave.
To be honest, I don't want my guests seeing a dirty maid wandering around. Just too depressing. It's my birthday after all.
Okay, if that's the way you want it, I'll stop the mortgage payment starting next month. Hope you're okay with that.
Pardon me? What did you just say?
The load payments. I will no longer pay that, just so you know.
What are you talking about? Maybe you need your head examined. It's you who will suffer if you stop the payments.
Rob says he's going home too. Have a nice party. Don't bother texting me later. I have no intention of cleaning up after you. I'm not your maid.
Yeah, whatever. Do what you have to do. Liz, pick up! Come on, Liz, pick up. I know you see this. It's about that monthly $1,000 loan. Is it true? That loan is for this house and not the condo you guys are living in? This is some kind of mistake, right?
Oh, so you heard it from someone.
Yeah, from your aunt and uncle at the party.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize they were there.
I didn't believe it at first. Thought it was some kind of joke. But this month, the bank called and said there was insufficient funds for the loan payment. That's when I realized it was all true.
That's right. I was depositing the $1,000 into you and your husband's account every month.
I see. I had no idea.
You also know why your husband's working overseas, right?
Yes, I heard. It was concerning some project he was working on. Apparently one of his staff members screwed up and the project went belly up. He took responsibility for it and was transferred to a position overseas, alone. He was forced to take a position at a factory up north for 3 years.
That's right. And his pay was slashed drastically. You know that too, right? Your husband came to me. He said he had more than 7 years left on the loan. I was working 2 jobs, so I was financially doing okay, so I agreed to help him out at least until he got back on his feet again.
Then what about that condo you live in? That's more than you can afford. You guys moved in right about the time my husband was transferred overseas. That's why I thought the loan was obviously to pay the mortgage on that condo.
The condo is owned by my uncle.
Huh? Your uncle?
I thought we explained all this to you years ago when we first moved in. My uncle thought we would have a hard time paying $1,000 a month to cover your loan, and so he allowed us to live in this condo free of charge until things worked out.
Live there free of charge?
Don't misunderstand. My uncle's family lives there too. We just have one room to ourselves, and I help with the cooking and cleaning. It's been a real help. We're living on a tight budget. No perks.
I see.
Your husband suggested that we move into that house, but I think we talked about it. You were adamantly against it, as I recall.
Oh, so that was what it was all about.
You were so insistent that whoever lives in that house had to be the eldest son and his family. Not Rob and I. Not the baby of the family. You just wouldn't allow it. I remember you banging on the kitchen table and going into hysterics. You remember that, don't you?
Did I really? Anyway, I had no idea about all of this. How was I supposed to know you guys were paying and all?
Come on. We sat down and explained everything to you. Don't you remember? Everyone was there. Rob and his brothers, your husband. I was there too. We had that family meeting in your living room. We explained everything.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I remember you were sort of just half listening. You really weren't interested in anything we were saying. You would only hear what you wanted to hear, like continuing to live at the house. When the talk switched to possibly helping out by working part-time, you put an end to that conversation pretty quick. You didn't want to hear about Rob and I living with you either. We just couldn't get through to you. In the end, it was Rob and I who had to make the sacrifices. But that last birthday party was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I had no idea. I really didn't.
You just refused to listen. Anyway, we talked to your husband and he gave us permission to stop the monthly payments.
Huh? Really?
If the payments are no longer possible, we're just gonna have to put it up for sale.
Pardon me? The house is going to be sold?
That's right. He really didn't want to lose the house he spent years paying for, but your husband didn't want to burden Rob and I any longer. We're still young, and we hope to someday buy a house too. Your husband decided it was no longer feasible after hearing all the stories about your antics from his sons. As for the $6,000 that I forked out, your husband said he would eventually pay me back.
This is not happening.
I heard your husband is coming back for a short visit. I'm sure he'll sit you down and explain the whole thing. So, I urge you to talk to your husband about the rest. Rob and I have nothing to do with it going forward.
Please, Liz, let's talk.
Sorry, I have no more to say. Goodbye!
But Liz, please, listen!
A few days later, her husband returned for a short visit. The family had a long talk about the current circumstances. First off, they talked about selling the house. Then the problem of the $5,000 spent on the birthday party last month. He also reprimanded her for treating me so harshly, despite my financial support. But what really shocked her was the divorce papers that he thrust on her. She was, of course, taken aback by her sudden predicament, but immediately recovered and demanded that one of her sons take her in and support her. But both her sons had already married, not to U.S. citizens, but foreign. They both moved to their wives' native countries. As for Rob and I, we moved out of our uncle's place into a new home across state lines. We had no intention of revealing our new address to her. My mother-in-law eventually landed a part-time job, but I heard she got caught stealing and was fired immediately. Last I heard, she's living on her meager savings and looking for a new job.